Family problems. Introduction. Dear students, in this session we are going to learn about family problems and various aspects of it. Students, you all will be aware what a family problem is. Why is it important to know about family problems? What are the various aspects surrounding family problems? Well, as we all know, the family is considered as one of the basic social institutions. It is also a kinship grouping which promoted rearing for children and for certain other humanly deeds. Kinship is a state of being related to other persons. Mainly, family has two main aspects. The first one is social grouping and second one is biological groupings. These groupings can be formed with or without family. A family is mainly manifested as a large nuclear family consisting of one or more nuclear families. Family is all about interaction between individuals. So it is considered as social unit. Do you know that in every society there are norms concerning the residence of a family? Well, there are three terms that we have to keep in mind. The first one is new local, which means when the married couple establishes a different household for themselves. The second one is patrilocal, which means the family lives in the husband's home. The third one is matrilocal, which means that the family lives with the wife's parents. Strange that we haven't heard these terms, right? Here we discuss the various fundamentals of a family and what causes a family problem to arise. So, in the first section, we are going to cover what are family problems. In the second section, we will see what are the common family problems and its types. The third section deals with factors leading to family issues. The fourth section, we are going to deal with consequences of various family issues. The last section we will see certain remedies for family issues. Family problems or issues. In the first section, we are going to deal with what family problems are and various aspects of them. First, let us see what family problem is. Family or relationship problems are usually that occurs between partners, spouses, children, friends, parents, and other important people in your life. It is normal that all families and relationships experience occasional problems and conflicts in relations and even go through difficult times. The frequent signs of family issues include lack of communication, physical conflicts, frequent arguing, angry outbursts, disagreements, avoidance, etc. There are various factors that trigger family problems. They are differences in personalities, opinions, values or goals, beliefs for the future. They can also be caused by many other events. We are going to discuss some of these events. They are any illness, drug or alcohol use, gambling problems, natural disasters, death of a family member or pet, change in family circumstances, financial problems, physical health, and change in life circumstances, and even lack of respect or trust in a relationship. Let us now consider some functional role a family fulfills or performs. The first one being reproduction. In a society, the dying members must be replaced to maintain the balance in the society. The reproduction function is contributed by the family for human survival. The second one is protection. Human infants need constant care and support from their parents and other elders in the family. We humans have very long dependency life, unlike animals. During this period, we complete care and the family is ultimately responsible for our upbringing. The third one is specialization. We have to be in good special terms with our family members and people surrounding us. The fourth one is attention and companionship. A perfect family is one that provides complete care, support each other. A family is asked to serve the emotional need of its members. We all want our family members to love us, care for us, and be there for us. The fifth one is providing social status. A social status we inherit is mainly due to our family background. A newborn child inherits his family status and legacy. Sometimes family resources affect one's ability to get certain opportunities. Most of the family problems arise when these roles are not easily met. The term family problem can also be called as family disorganization or family crisis or family dysfunction. Family dysfunction can be a condition where it affects the healthy family functioning. As we all know, every family has that period of time when they have to go through difficult times. A healthy family will return to a normal after the crisis period is over. In dysfunctional families, the problems still prevails and it affects the children. Let us see what goes wrong in dysfunctional families. As we all know, there are many dysfunctions in families. Some parents become overfunction, not allowing child to live happily. Some parents are underfunction, who is not at all bothered about what their children do. Some parents even tend to have inappropriate behavior or who are inconsistent. Some examples are deficient parents, controlling parents, alcoholic parents, and abusive parents. A perfect family nowadays have been more than a myth than reality. Family problem becomes serious when the family equilibrium or balance is threatened. Types of family problems. Now let us see the various types of family problems. We are aware that there are many family problems in our society. Here we are going to discuss some. There are two divisions, that one is individual problem that leads to a family dysfunction. The other one is due to 2 or 3 individuals having an agreement among them or some conflicts. Let us now have a brief discussion about some of the family problems. The first problem that comes in our mind when we think of family crisis is divorce. Divorce is considered as a violation of God's will. Compared to other family issues, divorce is one of the most common one. This not only affects the 2 individuals involved, but their families too. If they have children, this will leave a dark mark inside their heart, which is really difficult to overcome. When 2 individuals find it hard to live with each other or become incompatible, these individuals decide to separate or divorce. It can be either divorce on mutual consent or divorce on the grounds of mental or physical abuse. There are many grounds in which the divorce is granted. The second problem for family issue is domestic violence. Domestic violence is a devastating family problem that affects every members of the family. Domestic violence is where one person is dominated by the other or possesses control over the other. This can happen in a dating, live-in, or marital relationship. The means of dominance include emotional, economic, physical, and sexual abuse, isolation, and threat. We shall have a brief discussion on a common domestic violence case. An alcoholic husband, every day after his daily routine of alcohol consumption, comes home late at night. After coming home, he physically abuses his wife and children. So here the wife and children are victims of domestic violence. The third example for family problem is depression. We all know it is normal to be sad or feel blue, but we get over it after some time or some while. The case of depression is different. When a person is under depression, it affects the daily life and causes pain for the people who care about us. Depression is very common, but also a very serious illness. It is must for the depressed people to seek treatment. But it is seen that people with depressed often never seek treatment. A common depression issue is a sudden or unexpected death in a family. If one of the parents dies, it causes depression for the child. He or she takes a long time to overcome this. Even the spouse becomes a victim of depression. The fourth example for family problem is parenting. Single parenting has become a common trend nowadays. As the name states, single parenting is where a single parent takes care of the child and takes the sole responsibility of the child. There are many challenges faced by an individual while bringing up a child alone. In India, where marriage is considered to be an integral part of one's life, single parenting is considered difficult. Single parenting mostly occurs from death of any one parent or divorce. Here, the sole responsibility is transferred to the parent with whom the child lives. Causes or factors leading to family dysfunction. As we all know, a family cannot always stay away from problems or remain as units. There are few basic causes for family disorganization. The first one is illegitimacy. Internal events such as physical, mental or emotional illness. External events such as natural disasters, death, imprisonment, male-female or parent-child conflicts. And the last one, a shell family atmosphere where members of the family lacks communication. Now let us see a detailed explanation of few of these causes or crises. First cause we are going to consider is divorce as a family crisis. As we have already discussed that divorce is a kind of family problem, but it is also a cause of family issue. It is considered as one of the most common family dissolution. There arise some conflicts between the husband and wife and it becomes impossible for them to live together and results in a divorce. We can consider some causes for it as the first one becoming incompatibility between the spouses. Another cause is if their marriage has happened without the consent of both families. Then if we had a poor parent model, there are many causes that drive to divorce. Nowadays, the married ones are seeking divorce for even small problems. These problems are easily solvable. Reducing the rate of divorce can in return reduce the rate of a family issue taking place. Another unique cause is unviewed mothers. It is considered as the new dimension of family problems. Childbearing by unweaned women is discouraged by the societies as it threatens paces of marriage. This is similar to a divorced mother taking care of her children. It is mainly seen in the case of teenagers. These girls lack the maturity to deal with the motherhood. Women who had out of wedlock children often associated with psychological problems, which in turn affects their children. It may also reduce in social status and also create a feeling of inadequacy. The children are the ones who suffer most when they are noted as ones without names, as they have no father or the biological does not take up responsibility. This emotional torture follows them throughout their lives, create a feeling of shame and inferiority. The next cause we are going to see is parent-child conflicts. As we all know that parent-child conflicts are common in a family, but When the conflicts become a threat to each other's sanity, then it leads to family conflicts. Parent-child conflicts vary in various forms. They are neglect of child's health or education, child abandonment, street hawking, exposure of the child to moral danger, sexual assault, etc. Children from broken homes, strained parent-child relation and displaced aggression are most likely to get abused. Many psychologists claims that parents become child abuser because of their own family issues or mental illness. We have discussed a few factors that lead to family issues. It can be learned from this that the cause and effect of various family problems are interrelated. The cause for one issue can be effect or consequence of another. So any issue left untreated in a family leads to family dysfunction. Impacts or consequences of family problems. Let us now see the impacts of family problems. Family problems can occur for any number of reasons. There are many different stressful situations that can occur within a family, breaking the bond and causing tension. Do you know, money is an important factor for family problems? Money problems can cause tension and arguments between family members, especially when the money is tight. Other things that may cause family problems include betrayal, deceit and lies, or when someone within the family holds a grudge against another family member for some reason. How do family problems affect well-being? As we all know, one's family are the people closest to us. A family problem can cause distress for us and also the people around us. Family problems may lead to feeling stressed, confused, or exhausted. Difficulties in eating or sleeping properly, difficulties in concentrating or mistakes at work, not enjoying any activities, feeling alone or isolated, having negative emotions, problems in personal relationships, intake of drugs or alcohol to cope with the situations, etc. The first factor we are going to consider is traumatic effects. A traumatic effect with respect to family includes accidents, abuse, violence, family breakdowns, deaths, or many other experiences. When a person is under the attack of a traumatic effect, the persons fight to aid survival. They may even run away or fight the situation. In most cases, the victims are clearly helpless. Children, since they are vulnerable, are affected mainly because of this. Talking about the traumatic experiences has helped a lot. To overcome this, many people take up a false behavior and be dominant on others. Various dangerous effects can arise from traumatic experiences. The second factor is grief or loss. People suffer from many losses in their life. For example, loss of friends when there is a move or death, parental separation, loss of a dear one, etc. There are also tangible loss such as loss of innocence in case of abuse, loss of safety and trust in relationships, etc. Loss of self-worth and confidence is loss experienced by young people who have grown up by dysfunctional homes. Loss mainly leads to grief. People deal with grief in a different number of ways. We always grieve our losses, but we shouldn't allow them to have an impact on our health and well-being. Family problems are caused by a number of different reasons. Example, not being open with one another, not spending enough time together, drug and drinking problems, abuse and neglect. Distrust communication problems, lying, manipulation of one partner by the other. A simple example, as we all know, upbringing plays a significant part in family problems. We have seen situations where a child has been spoiled, rotten, always getting its own way. Later, the child disrespects its parents. It's like growing a tomato plant. As it grows, it needs to be trained against a stick. It then grows tall and straight. If it is not trained, later when you try to straighten it, it will break. Remedies for family problems. Now, let us see what helps to solve family problems. There are few steps to be taken to overcome the effects of family issues. The first step is talk about it. Communication is the best key to make our relationship work. We need to confront our problems and issues to our loved ones. By doing so, they can help us find a solution for our problem. The second step is to accept our differences. Not every people have same ideas and opinions. Always know your differences and acknowledge your loved ones for the differences to avoid unnecessary fights. The third step is to have fun. It literally means take things lightly. Even during tough times, take time to have fun and enjoy with your family. The fourth step is to develop a plan. If the issue is mainly due to your circumstances, develop a plan to deal with it by discussing with your loved ones or family. For example, in case of a financial issue, it may help to create a family budget. The fifth step is to get help. Some family issues are beyond our hands to deal with. In such cases, we can opt for some family counseling, meditation, or any workshops. We can even get medical help if it is some physical illness. The sixth step is work of learning to trust others. After an issue or during an issue, it takes risks to trust anybody other than yourself. Finding out who to trust and how much to trust is a big process. So, trust is an important value to be remembered to tackle family issues. The seventh step is to take good care of ourselves. We shouldn't lose our health and mental well-being in a family issue. We need to be strong and tackle any problem. We shouldn't let go of ourselves. We should have a positive mind and pamper ourselves. Now let us see a few appropriate responses to the problems of a family. Lead a healthy family life, reduce family conflicts, love yourself and others, talk about your likes and dislikes, support your family, listen to others' need, etc. People in supportive, loving relationships help each other practically as well as emotionally. Supportive partners share the good times and help each other through the tough ones. They are also more likely to feel healthier, happier, and satisfied with their lives and less likely to have mental or physical health problems. Conclusions. As we have already learned that family is the basic social institution, nowadays in the transformed India, male authority have declined, divorce rate have increased, and there are some changes even in the division of labor. These developments have provided a warning for us to take necessary steps for the welfare of our family. In first section, we have discussed about the various aspects of family problems. We have also seen how to identify whether a family is undergoing a problem. The sooner the issue is addressed, the sooner we can find the solution for it. In the second section, we saw about the common types of family problems. The various types of family problems include personal relationship, financial problems, etc. A healthy family member needs to support their family and its needs. In the third section, we saw about the causes for the few family problems. There are many reasons to be covered, but we have covered the important ones. Some causes even act and effect of the family problems. In the fourth section, we discussed about the impacts caused by various family issues. We have to keep in mind that if these issues are not taken care of, it proves to be fatal. In the last section, we concluded with remedies we can take when our family is going through a tough time. Hope this session has brought to you a clear picture about family problems and related concepts. Hope you have had an interesting session.